Hello and welcome to the Mortal Kombat Minute, the podcast where we analyze, criticize, and scrutinize the 1995 film Mortal Kombat, one thunderous minute at a time. I am Phil Casper from philcasper.net.
And I'm Spanish from GameFixShow.com.
And we are on minute number 12. Yeah. The minute starts with Rayden challenging Liu, and then the minute ends with Grandfather and Rayden agreeing that they've lost time in preparing Liu for the tournament.
This is at one point I thought that just let me start real quick by saying, like, I always thought that this minute was kind of, there wasn't a lot of action going on, right? I mean, it was just, you know, apart from, well, we'll get to it, but apart from the mini fight that they had,
if you want to call it a fight, even.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the minute really starts with Rayden finishing his question from the previous minute, saying, you know, so you're going to win the tournament, was the end of that.
Right.
Was the end of that question. And of course, Liu's reply is yes.
Yes, I am. Like, yeah, you're so quick to say it. Right.
And then Rayden is almost just as quick to challenge him and say, okay, show me how. Like, prove it.
Yeah, but hold on. But how he says it, because he goes, show me how. And then as Liu's about to, like, pretty much step up and show him how, like, physically, his grandfather kind of, like, puts his hand in front of him and, like, stops him, because obviously this, you know, 80-year-old man is going to stop.
Right. Well, okay, but I mean, like, okay, look at it from the grandfather's perspective, though. He had just lost one grandson. He doesn't want his other grandson to go up against a god of the Earth realm. And
yeah, well, because right now Rayden doesn't. Yeah, Rayden. Excuse me. Liu Kang doesn't even believe it's actually Rayden.
Right. Exactly.
So, but then Rayden says, "Show me how." And then as he's about to, like, and his grandfather stops him, he then goes, and he says, "Don't tell me you're afraid of a simple beggar," because that's what Liu Kang called him in the prior minute.
Right. And is it simple beggar? Because I heard temple beggar.
Oh, I heard simple beggar.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Either way, I mean, like, the notion is implied, like, oh, I'm just a simple beggar. So like, you have nothing to be afraid of, you know. But the, like, just that I don't want to curse, the eating grin on his face when he's delivering that line, that Rayden
Poop eating grin.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
Fair.
And like, I just have it like frozen on that frame. I'm looking at that picture. I'm seeing Rayden with that grin on his face, but I'm also seeing, like, all the monks in the background that are giving Liu this look like, seriously, you're going to challenge a god?
Yeah. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you even thinking of?
Especially the guy immediately behind Rayden to the right.
Yeah.
Like, if you look at the frame, like, he has, like, such an RBF to
like,
Liu's going to Liu.
What are you
on.
Like, what are you even thinking? But obviously, after he says that, then Liu pretty much doesn't even let his grandfather stop him, and he steps up, and Rayden just kind of gives him a little sidestep and flips him over. I mean, it was about as smooth as you can get it.
It was a one and done sort of deal, and the whole time while this is happening, it's just like one fluid motion for Rayden, very simple, very quick, dispatches of Liu incredibly fast, like lightning almost.
Oh, how about that?
And you hear, like, I really appreciate and love the use of sound for this scene, because you also hear this crack of thunder in the background, and I don't know how Liu doesn't hear that, you know. Like,
well, not even that. I think I love it because when he flips him over, there's a slow motion to it,
right?
So it's like, you know, like, there's that. It's I think that's so funny. But then as Liu Kang kind of, like, tries to get up, he looks up at Rayden, and Rayden has that grin on his face yet again, and then you see
the
like,
eyes.
Yeah. As Jeff Goldblum would say, are those sparkles?
No, he, like, shoots, like, little light, like, almost lightning. Like, I refer to in my notes as lightning bug eyes to demonstrate
I like
his power.
Yeah. So, but pretty much to tell him, yeah, I am what they say I am. I think that's really what he's trying to say
Right, exactly. And I thought it was
without
just
saying it.
interesting to note that in the script and the novel, Rayden has a staff that he like uses against Lou instead of just his
Which,
bare hands.
which is actually very canon with the story of Mortal Kombat, because he does have a staff, bow staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Uh,
that is actually right on as far as the book goes.
okay. Okay. And so after Rayden like does quick work of Lou, Lou gets back up to his onto his feet and says, "Well, if you are Rayden, why didn't you protect Chan?"
Why did you let Chan die?
Right.
Is he actually, and then he asked him another quick question right after that.
Well, I love the
Right.
comeback from Raiden. It's just why didn't you like
Yeah.
saying why didn't you protect your own brother, which I have like noted down here as well. That's kind of a burn.
Oh yeah, totally. Because he's right, and he was pretty much calling him out, because, as you know, Liu Kang did leave the monastery to go to America, and yeah, so he kind of they're still blaming him for his death. But the way I see it, it's not really blaming him, although that's the way Liu Kang kind of feels it. It's calling him out. I almost challenge him to the point of, you are the chosen one, but unfortunately you have an attitude. That's
Right.
really what it is.
Right.
That
Exactly.
point.
And but at the same time, though, I like Christopher Lambert does a really good job in this entire throughout this entire minute and this scene kind of can like sure he comes off maybe a little bit cocky, some
Sure.
mockery, but also he comes off as very uh patient but also
Yes,
contemptuous at the same
that's fair.
time and concerned. He's treating Lou as a child because Lou is
Totally.
acting like a child. And
Yes.
so that whole scene where he just flips him over onto his back, it's like, Raiden's just like popping him one real quick, like boy, don't cross me. I'll show you what for.
Right.
I'll give you a big what for. I'll give you a tan hide.
That's right. What for? Why I oughta. Well, and then Liu Kang pretty much, as soon as Raiden says, "Why didn't you?" He then pretty much like he's done with that. He's like he goes, "I've had enough of this." And he turns towards his grandfather, and then pretty much says with, utter disdain and very confidence, at least in this case, "Yeah, I'm going to find my brother's killer at the tournament with or without your consent," and walks away in a huff.
Right.
That's what I had.
Yep, exactly. And then we kind of close off the scene or the minute at least with the grandfather saying, he's not ready and we've lost so much time, and then Raiden agreeing.
Says, "I know." That's
Yeah,
all. And then
well,
there's still more to the line, but that'll happen next minute.
exactly. And one final note that I have on here is from the actual script itself. There was a little bit more in-depth storytelling from this script that didn't really make it into the final cut, it appears, because Raiden has a little bit more dialogue near the end here after Lou goes off in a huff. He actually almost in a way scolds the monks by saying you shouldn't have tried to replace him with his brother. Whether any of you like
Oh,
it
okay.
or not, he
Interesting.
is the chosen one.
Hmm.
So Raiden is like still like early on confirming that Lou actually is the chosen one, or at
Wow.
least
Okay,
Lou,
that's an interesting fact. I like
yeah,
that.
or that at least Raiden has chosen Lou as the chosen one, because technically Lou is the next in line of the blood descendants of Kung Lao,
Right.
as we established in a few previous minutes.
Yeah. And actually, we will probably talk about again in the next few minutes.
Exactly. But I mean, that was really the final tidbit that I had for this minute. Do you
Yep.
have anything else?
No, that's about all I had. It wasn't that much of a scene. I think, when I started talking about it, there wasn't that much going on, but I can't wait to the next show. And the listeners, this next one's gonna be a good one. I'm telling you.
Right, exactly. And actually, I just wanted to take a quick minute before we before we head out to say that if you have anything that you want to add on, if there's something that we may have missed, or if there's something in particular that you want us to talk about in an upcoming minute, let us know. Hop on over. We have a Facebook community page. We also have an Instagram, a Twitter, and also we have by the time that you're hearing this, we do have a Patreon up. All those links can be found on our website, mortalkombatminute.com. And just wanted to throw that out there real quick. And let us know. But that brings this minute to a close. Thanks so much for listening. And once again, I'm Phil Casper.
I'm Spanish.
And we'll see you next time on the Mortal Kombat Minute.